In this video, I will share with you how to show off your photos, creating very cool slideshows and using awesome music, all in Lightroom with this blue. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about photography and I make videos just like this one where I share some tips on how to show off your photos. So, if you're here for the very first time and you love photography like me, it might be a good idea to subscribe. Did you like that? It's really cool, right? Today we will see how to create something like that. In the last few months we talked about how to expose properly, how to improve our photos with better composition techniques, how to edit our photos to make them pop. But now is the time to show off those photos. I receive a lot of nice comments and messages about the photography slideshows that I add here and there in my videos. But you don't need to have a YouTube channel to show off your photography with a slideshow. You could add a slideshow in your website. You can post a photography slideshow to Facebook or Instagram. Nowadays, images in motions, videos, are a lot more powerful than a still image. And I really think that a slideshow is a fantastic way to bring our photos to life. The subtle movements of the images, panning and zooming, and the right music. And when it comes to music, it is very important to pick the right one. A song that doesn't match the images and the mood that you want to transfer would be counterproductive. See, it's terrible. The music should enhance the mood of our photos. It has to add value. And if you pick the right one, it will. Now, there is a problem. We cannot use just any music, any song. There is a copyright issue when we post a video on social media or on our website or anywhere for that matter. We need to have the right to use that song. So, where can we find great music with a license to use it? Artlist. I use Artlist and I've been using Artlist for over a year now. I love their music. It is super easy to find the right track using multiple filters, and with $199 per year, the license covers everything. You can use their songs for your website, for any social media, or if you're lucky enough, for commercial. No matter what, you are covered. There is new music every week, and once you download music during your subscription, you can use it even later if you decide to stop that subscription. I think it's really cool that a service that I enjoy so much, and I did buy last year for myself, is now sponsoring one of my videos. So check it out and use the link in the description and you will get 2 extra months for free. But now let's see how to create a cool slideshow in Lightroom. And here we are in Lightroom. And the very first thing that you want to do when you want to create a slideshow is to go into the library module and create a new collection. It's very simple. You just click on the plus button, create collection, and you can name it. I just did that and I named my collection Slideshow Iceland, as I selected 10 or 11 pictures from my last trip to Iceland. Another thing that you might want to do, and that I did in this case, is to select the aspect ratio of your photos in function of which platform you're going to show those images in. For instance, in this case, I'm showing these images on YouTube. So I selected images that will work well with a 16:9 aspect ratio. And now we can move to the slideshow panel. In the slideshow panel, we have a lot of options. Let's start from the very top. I closed all the different panels on the right because it's almost overwhelming to have them all open. Too many options. The first options that you have in the options panel is zoom to fill frame. When you select zoom to fill frame, the slideshow will automatically zoom in a photo that has a different aspect ratio from your final frame. I'm working on a 16:9 final output video. And as I said, I selected all 16:9 aspect ratio photos. But if I had a vertical photo and I select zoom to fill frame, Lightroom would automatically zoom in that photo in order to make it fit the 16:9 aspect ratio. I don't like this option because I want to have control of what the slideshow will show. So I don't select that. Another reason not to select it is that it will take forever for Lightroom to process and create the slideshow. So I just skip it. Like I skip the option of adding a border. You could add a border of any color you like. You can also, of course, control the width of that border, make it super thin or a lot bigger. I don't like borders, so I don't use it. And in case you select a different background, you could add a shadow. I'm using a black background, but also my final video will actually fill the frame anyways, because these are all 16:9 photos, so the shadow doesn't really matter here. So I don't need to select that. Okay, let's open the layout panel. And the layout panel, which is another thing that I don't use, will give you the option to add some guides in case you would like to have, let's say, a border to your photos. And here you can also select the aspect of your preview, which for me will be 16:9. Okay, let's close layout and let's open overlays. In overlays, you can add an identity plate if you have one. But if you don't have one, you can click in this corner, click edit, and create one, also maybe using a file that you import from outside if you want to add a logo or so forth. I will not use an identity plate for this slideshow as I'm going to show it on YouTube to you guys. You know it's me, I don't need to say it again, it's me. You could also add a watermark, and if you don't have a watermark yet, I made a video on how to create a watermark in my export video, I think. I will link it in the description. Anyways, again, click on watermark. This is, for instance, my logo that appeared here, but I will not use a watermark for the same reason. I'm not using the identity plate. So unclick watermark. If for some reason that is actually unknown to me, but for some reason you want to add the stars, the rating stars of your photos in a slideshow, you could by just clicking here, and of course you can decide the opacity and the scale. I don't see a point. In this panel you can also add a text overlays to the photos of your slideshow. And if I select text overlays and then I go to the bottom and click on ABC, I have this custom text field where I can type whatever I want. For instance, hello YouTube. And here I have my text that of course I can position anywhere I want. I can pick the font that I like, I can pick the color that I want. And you might already suspect that I'm not gonna use this for my slideshow, but sometimes in my videos I like to share the settings of my photos. And I can go in this menu and, for instance, select exposure. And I can have my exposure settings right on the photo. I will not do this in this slideshow, but it's an option. So I will deselect the text overlays. Let's close this panel and let's open the backdrop. It is a little bizarre that the backdrop is after all these other panels. Nevertheless, you could change the background color of your slideshow if you wish. In my case, I will keep it black. You could also decide to add a background image if you want to do something funky with an image in the back, images in the front. I won't do that. So deselect background image, deselect color wash, background color is black. So I will close the backdrop now, open titles, and in this panel you have the option to add a title as intro, so to create an intro with a title, but also to create an ending screen with a title. I'm not going to do this either. So let's close the titles panel now and let's open music. Right here in Lightroom we can add music, which is fantastic. If I click on the plus and let me add a song that I think will work. Choose. Here we go. Let me close music, let me open playback. And in the playback panel, I can let Lightroom to sync the slides to my music, just by clicking here. Or I can be in control. And knowing the music, I can decide the length of each slide, and in this case I will go for 6 seconds. And I can also decide how long the crossfades will last. And 2 seconds works for me. I can also let the slideshow last as long as the music, and in case I had a video, I have the opportunity to mix the audio between audio and video. In this case they're all photos, so this doesn't really matter. What matters instead is pan and zoom. In fact, I will keep it selected. And I would also recommend to keep the movements very subtle, very slow. You can decide which quality of playback you want. I will keep standard. And of course you can preview the result. And now that I saw that I like the result, I will stop this preview and open the left side of Lightroom so that I can actually export these as a video. I could also export the slideshow as a PDF, but in this case of course this will be a video, so I can add my title, Iceland slideshow. It will go on the desktop and I will export it. Let's see if we like it. What do you think? Give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this video and I would love to see your slideshows. So why don't you try to create your own, pick the right music, post them on Instagram, use the hashtag @AttilioPhotoClub and tag me, as usual, @AttilioPhotography. Anyways, did you notice the histogram tee? What do you think? You like it? Pretty neat, no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm very excited because I'm heading soon to Yellowstone and the Grand Teton National Parks. So you will be seeing videos from there. And next week we will see what I'm going to pack with me for this trip and the new bag that I will be using. Now, if you feel like it, you can hit the like button to show me some love. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you didn't yet, consider to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.